Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel. We'll be working on the Scatpack today. I'm having some issues with the LEDs, the LED boards on top. The connections inside, on this side on top, they're gripping together. So I don't know if the little plastic that goes in between the little wires that goes connectors, it's touching, because on the top part it turns blue and green. Then on the other LED on the back, it's blue, and the outline, it's completely blue, and this one's like kind of a greenish and then reddish. So it changes various colors as you spin the toggle on the little switch on the remote. Well, I do by phone, but and on my LEDs rings, these are perfect. The connectors are great. And just to point out, I don't want to be like, what brands do you have, whatever. I got the best brands. They're out there, they're very popular. I've switched them 2 times already, and I've encountered the same problem in less than 2 years. So I'm gonna use a different method. So I'll show you guys. These are the new connectors I'm gonna use for each of them. These are way better, in my personal opinion. So I'll show you guys. Let me open it. It's kind of hard with one hand. There you go. These are called screw-in connectors. So as you can see, each connector's each wire is gonna have its own current. So I'm gonna use these. I'm gonna cut out the other ones. So we're gonna put those in. That's what the video is gonna be all about, guys. Yeah, the car's a little dirty. It's been raining. Look at the rims. It's been raining on. So here in South Texas, and yeah, it's dirty. But I want to take the whole front end off. So I'm gonna start by removing the wheels so I can get access to the bolts that are up here. There's 2 bolts. There's one on top, one on the bottom, or they're here. They're like right about here. So I'm gonna get the tires out. So once I start that process, guys, I'll come back and show you guys what's around. I know there's a lot of videos out there, but I'm just gonna post this one just to make it another video. So you guys know what's the process is remove the whole front fascia of the car. So stay tuned, guys. All right, so I already took off the tires, the wheels, say, cars and jack stands already. You gotta get those clip-ons out. There's a lot of them here, some up here on that side, under, and you gotta get the ones on the top. And on the bottom, you gotta use a it's a 932 socket right up here. I use my impact gun, DeWalt. They're for these bolts right here. You gotta get all those out. There's like about maybe 10, 15. So once I get those out, I'm gonna show you guys how to take the whole thing out, and I guess still have to remove the ones up here. So once we get to this spot, I'll come back and record. Alright, so I already removed the inner fender. So I'll show you where the bolts are at. Okay, there's one right here. The other one's up there. It's a 10mm bolt for each side. So yeah, that's on my wiring. I need to hide it more. So I think I'm gonna do the brake ducting for more air to the intake, but I'll see. But for now, we're working on that. I'm gonna remove the bolts, and I'll get back once I'm ready to take off the bumper. All right, so the whole front end is off. There's my problem. You see, purple, and then it comes into the red up here on top. So there's a lot of wires up here, but these connectors, where are they at? It must be somewhere around there. So there's the one that are fucked up. You touch them and they move. They make different contacts in there. So that's what it is. It's everything came out. 2 bolts up here, and this one right here, and it comes out. You just gotta disconnect your sight markers and your fog lights. So on this side it's okay, on the other side it's not. So we're gonna change that. Once I start cutting everything, we'll be back in the video so you guys see the process on this bitch. Okay, so this is where I'm at already. I went ahead and cut it out, the old connectors. Look, these are the old connectors. These things, they move. I don't know if you could see that, but they move a lot, and it's causing false contact between them, and it makes the lights malfunction. So these are the new connectors. So I just had to split the lines, cut those out, split them, put them in here, and these have the plastic in between them, so there's not going to be any rubbing contact between them. So I'm just going to tape them out on the tops and maybe in the bottoms, just to put everything back in there. So these are the 3 of them. This is another extra connector I had for power source. These are the other ones up here, and I also cut the ones in the back of the light, so I'm going to fix those too. That's where we're at, and I already fixed the issue on this side. My Hellcat duct, there we go. There's the whole front end out. Now I'm going to start on this side, so I'm also going to cut them all out, boom, 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 and replace them, put them where I have to, so they can look way better. Look, I made them shorter. I was going to say that too. I made them shorter, so I can have more space and not all those wires tangled up. A little big bump up here. I'm planning on doing the what do you call it? The little duct they put up here, so you can get more air towards the intake. But I'll see if I have time. But once I start on the other side, finished, I'll come back and show you guys what's the process. Okay, so this is where I'm at right now. Already got all these connectors in. They're not connected. Cut out the old ones. Got them all in. New ones here. I'm just gonna tape those out. Gather everything, put everything back in here. Mount them good. So, see? Out with the old, in with the new. Connectors, the LEDs are still the same, but no malfunctions already. They look solid on both sides. These are my my halo rings. They're solid. So I got this side done already. Also, I took a bunch of extra wiring out because there was so much bundled up here. So got that out. Got the new ones in. I'm just gonna, like I said on the other side, I'm just gonna put back everything in. I'm gonna tie it up pretty good. I'm gonna tape it all out, make it a better, clean setup, and I'll come back once I start putting on the rest of the car together. So that's where we're at right now. Alright, so I decided to go with a brake mod duct thing to get more air, but look at what I did. Look at what I came up with. So just look at this little thing going all the way up. I still have air for my brake rotors, but I just put 2 screws in there. Use this little plastic thing I used that it came with the stock, like from that side. This is what I used, this side. So look at that, perfect. It's like a slide in there, so all there is gonna go slide in there, and I did an opening a little bit more, cut it out a little bit more, but look, it's perfect. So I did the mod. I don't know if it's gonna help or not, but it's gonna pick up air straight up now. So everything else is plugged up in there pretty good, and we still have air for our brakes, cool them down. So I'll put this in. I'll put the wires in again, because I was gonna do the wires, then I moved them to the thing because the light is going out. So that's what I'm doing. Once I'm done, I'll be back. Right, so this is the wiring. I set it up all the way up here. Hit it the most I can, just so it doesn't affect the bumper coming in through here. There's all the lights. This other side, lights are perfect. And thank you, sir. I appreciate your comments. All right, so these are the wirings. I hide all the wirings through here, so I don't know if you guys can see them that well, but they're in there. But I'm gonna put the bumper back in, and I'll be back in a bit. All right, we're done. Everything's back together. Got the wheels back in. The car's on the ground. The lights are perfect now. There's no difference in the color sides on the top or the bottoms. You can see, perfect. Got the wheels installed already. Everything's back to normal. It's dark outside. It took me a little bit more than what I was expecting, but it came out good. So I'm gonna turn it on because it's been with the lights on for quite a while now. You always gotta be strapped. That's a have to here in South Texas. Guys, the LEDs inside. So everything's good. Everything came out perfect, guys. If you have any questions, any comments, post them up, guys. Don't be ashamed. I want to hear what's out there, guys. What's your opinions? If you guys been having the same issues as I did, just let me know. But for now, we'll see you on the next one.